Let us meet a really terrific organization that is changing so many lives out of the center of Newton, New Jersey, a really remarkable place. Transformational, if you will, a place called Benny's Bodega, and they're really helping out so many local families in the area. We'll have some information about how you can also help out the important mission of Benny's Bodega. But joining me live in the RNJ main studio this morning, it is great to meet in person finally the man behind Benny's Bodega. This is Benny. We have Ben Davey, who is with us here live this morning. And Ben, good morning, man. It's good to see you. Thanks so much for coming by.
Good morning, Bert. Thanks for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to come in and talk about the bodega a little bit.
It is always my honor to meet people who are just so giving of themselves and want to help out other people. I mean, your mission of Benny's Bodega, that's what you do day in and day out, is just help out families here in Northwest Jersey. But take us on the journey, Benny. How did this get started for you?
So my 9-to-5 job, I worked for the Division of Child Protection and Permanency. And it was through that job that I achieved a community position. And in that community position, I was able to make some relationship and some partnerships and turn the back portion of my cubicle actually into a small bodega. And then from there, the pandemic hit, and then from there, we moved from my cubicle to my house and started gathering so much stuff, started helping so many families that we turned to a storefront and allowed people the opportunity to come in and shop.
So Benny's Bodega started in a cubicle. Did I hear that correctly?
Started in a cubicle and then went to my house.
Yeah. That is so cool.
Yep.
But now you're doing your thing in the center of Newton,
yes.
Right? That's a good spot to be.
Yes.
I mean, that downtown, when I was a little kid, I grew up in Andover, and it was always a treat. Like, we're going to Newton, really? Wow.
Yeah, Spring Street on Newton.
We're going to the big town of Newton. And you're doing some really great things there, obviously. Talk about some of the families. And how many people, Benny, do you have a total as to how many people or families you help in a given week or a given month?
So the great thing about the bodega is we're extremely organized. We have a computer system when you enter, and upon entering, you get a little bodega card, similar to the card you'd get at the gym. And you scan in, and our target population is the ALICE population. It stands for Asset Limited Income Constrained Employed, which is a fancy way of saying people who are employed but unable to make enough money to have the things that they need to thrive. So we target the ALICE population, but in doing that, we also recognize that people who are disabled and people above the age of 61, your geriatric population, need and can benefit from services too. So we pride ourselves on being a service for that population, people who are employed, people who are disabled, and people above the age of 61.
And just the people that get the chance to go to Benny's Bodega. I mean, you see the need. This ALICE group that you had mentioned, this is growing. It seems like there's more and more people that are falling into that category. And you've probably seen, like so many other things, an increased demand for the service and for the goods that you provide. And just the how many years have you been at the storefront?
So April 1st will be 2 years in Newton.
Congratulations.
June 1st will be 4 years for the bodega has been in up and running. But we're about 450 to 500 families a month.
Wow.
And the people who are employed and can verify their employment are allowed to come in and shop 2 times a month. So we recognize in today's world, people who are employed, it doesn't necessarily mean you're able to take that next step. It doesn't necessarily mean you're thriving. And we recognize that, and we want to kind of be that hand up for people and families in that position.
And it's the environment that you've created there. And we're speaking with Ben from Benny's Bodega. Ben Davies with me live in the studio here today. We're going to give you some more information how you can help out with some things that are going on. For people that go to a place like yours, you want to remove stigma. You want to let people know that, you know what, there's no problem with going, if you're having some difficulty making ends meet and feeding your family. That's why we've got places like Benny's Bodega. You're there to help people who are having the problems, maybe helping to feed their families, to just be able to come in, and you're treating people like they're going to a regular store, like they're going out on a little shopping trip in downtown Newton. And it's such a warm and such a welcoming place, and that's the environment that you want to create and let people know that your door is open to them and you're willing to help.
Yeah, you said it a lot better than I could, but absolutely, that's the environment we're trying to create. We want people to feel okay, and we want to normalize struggle, and we want people to come in and feel comfortable to shop how you or I would in a store-like, brick and mortar, store-like environment, because the bodega is all volunteer and community-based. Our volunteers do a phenomenal job of being compassionate and welcoming people to come in. Because to your point, we want to decrease that stigma. And in 2023, it is tough sledding, especially in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And there's no shame in struggle. And we want to make sure that people feel that. And when they come into the bodega, they're just coming to a bodega to shop.
Yep.
You know, and we want that. And we want to make sure that we have that experience for them.
So if I was to show up at the bodega and wanted to do some shopping, you've got meats, you've got canned goods, you've got clothing. What's in the bodega?
So we got all the things. We got food, perishable, non-perishable. We got clothes. We got cleaning supplies. We got hygiene supplies. We got baby supplies. We got formula. We got diapers. We partner with Wegmans. We pick up food every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We have produce. We have healthy options because we recognize, you know, if you're going to take that next step, it would be beneficial to have fruit and vegetables and some healthier choices as opposed to some of the stuff that are normally in pantries. So we partner with a bunch of places. We try to provide a healthier option. And yeah, it's just a place for a hand up. So if you're struggling, you can go and you can grab some meat, you can grab some milk, and you can stretch out that money that you got coming in. Because if you could come to the bodega and save $100 2 times a month, that's $200 that now you have extra that you can stretch, put towards a bill, put towards your mortgage or your rent, and try to take that next step forward.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Now, you mentioned about members that can go twice a month, seniors and disabled once per month.
Yep.
What is the membership? How does what's involved? How does one become a member?
So you just got to come in. It's easy. The first time you come in, you show you have a picture ID and either proof of employment or proof of disability. And then from there, we ask you 4 or 5 questions. We put you into our computer system. You get a Benny's tag, and then you're free to shop. We try to make it simple. We try to make it easy. We want to normalize the idea of coming in and shopping, so we don't try to bust chops, but we do have a process, and we do ask for documentation so we can make sure that we're servicing the people that we're supposed to be servicing.
Yeah, that's the way it's done. And a local guy, Benny, you're from Jersey, right?
Yep, right here in Sussex County. I grew up in Greene, and then to Dover High School graduate, and after college came back here and kind of been in Sussex County hanging out ever since.
Feels good to come home and help people, right?
Oh, it feels great.
What a difference.
I think it's Denzel Washington who says there's no more selfish thing than helping people. And if you really take a second and you think about it, he's absolutely right, because the feeling you get, the good feeling you get from helping people is you can't match it.
Yeah, yeah, and this is a real brick and mortar downtown window storefront. I saw you have this black bus parked out front.
Yeah,
got the what's that bus about? Is that what that is?
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff to bus. We just had one this weekend. We do a lot of stuff to bus. The Bodega bus has a specialized horn. So we try to make it fun for people. We bring it to events, and then we try to get local businesses and local establishments to partner with us to stuff the bus.
What the address in case somebody wants to come by?
166 Spring Street, right in the center of Newton. It is a one-way. We're right on the left. Any questions, bennysbodega@gmail. We're all over social media. Friend us, follow us, Facebook, Instagram. That's how we spread our message. So it's important for us that we do get out on social media and you friend us and do all the social media things.
It's a great presence you got on social. You got this great colorful logo that I just
The
love.
logo's
If
nice,
you
isn't it?
designed
Yeah.
that is brilliant. That is really great.
Thank
But
you.
Benny's Bodega, who is really just changing lives right out of the middle of Newton, New Jersey. That was a 2-way street when I was growing up,
It
by
was,
the
right?
way.
Yeah, me
Then
too, me too.
Then it became a 1-way street,
Yeah.
but still easy to get to and really well worth the time for anyone who falls in that Alice category. Really, the help is there. Just go to Newton and just go get it. Also wanted to just give a quick mention that you're teaming up. This is with a school in Netcong.
The Montessori School.
That's where I grew up.
Is it
yeah,
really?
yeah.
Oh, look at that, all full circle.
Exactly. So you're partnering also with our friends at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. And in April, a collection drive is going to be taking place. And it's an opportunity it's a great lesson too, Benny, for students to see the importance of helping others as well. So not only is it a fun drive, it's like, well, this is how things get done in the world, right?
Yeah,
so
that's a great point. And if we're really going to make impact, getting kids involved and changing how they view struggle and how they view people is the key. And we do a lot with Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, clubs, sports teams, because it's important for us that kids get involved and they're a part of our process.
Yeah, so the donation will continue in the month of April. Physical Therapy and Wellness Center. They're located, of course, in the Hastings Square in Hackettstown. You can make monetary donations, cash, check, Venmo, also hygiene supplies, cleaning supplies, foods, baby supplies, and the demand for formula and that never ends, right? Yeah. Even winter jackets. You know what? If you've got a winter jacket that is maybe in great shape and you want to give it away and let someone else have it for next year, make it on over to physical therapy and make a donation there, and you'll help out Benny's Bodega at the same time. As we wrap up, volunteers, anything that people can do immediately to kind of help you out and what you're accomplishing there?
Yeah, so like I said before, we are all volunteer based. We run, the store is open 5 days a week and volunteers run it. It is stocked by volunteers and people dropping stuff off. So if you're interested in volunteering, if you're interested in being a part of our team, we have a wonderful team. I know I'm a little biased, but we have a wonderful team. All you have to do is just email us at bennysbodega@gmail, and somebody will get back to you within 24 hours. And it's a simple process, but we'll look to set it up, and we'll look to get you involved in any way that's convenient for you.
Hey, if the good people sing their praises, right?
You got it.
You're surrounded by some good people, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
Well, Ben Davey of Benny's Bodega, you're such a breath of fresh air, man. I can't tell you what an honor it is for me to meet you today, and just tell you how in awe I am of what you and your team are accomplishing really every day. I mean, you're making miracles every day. Anything you can do to help Jersey families and the work you're doing is incredible. So just keep it up, my man, and really just keep believing in yourself. And you're really making a much larger difference and having a bigger impact than I think you even realize. So
well, I appreciate the kind words.
Keep it up, my man. All right, and great to have you here this morning.
Much appreciated. Thank you, Bert.
All right, it is 8:21, Northwest Jersey Zone RNJ. We got our road report coming up next.
You're the best, man.
Very good, man. Nice job.
Awesome.
Not bad, not bad.